Welcome to TSR's Search Impact. Our special feature today, MahaNayak. On our special show, our inaugural edition of this MahaNayak, we have with us a real-life superhero, a role model to many youngsters, one of the most admired and loved officers ever in the history of Himachal Pradesh Police. Though speak of his modesty, he is always very shy to receive praises for his valor, for the bravery, for the competency, and for all the policing acumen that he has envisioned in the state, and has been a torchbearer not just for the state police but for the entire nation as to how the generation next police officer should work. Speaking of IPS Mohit Chawla ji, he's IPS 2010 batch, originally hails from Kullu, and IPS Mohit Chawla ji is one of the most decorated and admired officers in the police department. And speak of his achievements, there are many to share with our viewers, but to make you all feel proud as Himachalis and as Indians, during the COVID pandemic, Mohit ji served at the state capital, Shimla, and bagged the award from Fame India Post Asia Survey and made it to the list of top 50 police captains, and was the first one from the state of Himachal Pradesh ever, which is indeed a very, very proud moment for all of us, and for all the youngsters, for all the aspirants who are looking forward to appear for UPSC, who in future aspire to be IPS officers. For them, IPS Mohit is one role model. The state feels proud, and in particular, if I speak about the police department is also honored and very fortunate to have such officers who have demonstrated and portrayed the Gen X way of policing as the times have progressed. Mohit ji, welcome to the Search for News Service, sir.
Thank you.
So speaking about you being now the captain of Baddi, the Baddi police district is one of the most challenging areas to serve as a captain. So your journey in the last few months has been very, very tough, challenging, but successfully you have combated and achieved the most tedious and the most tough task in the history. We speak about the industrial security. So you've come up with a new program called BRISP. Can you please share with our viewers what BRISP is and what the vision document about BRISP is?
Absolutely. Thank you, Girish ji, for inviting me and specifically coming to my office. I have known you now almost 7-8 years, and there was not such requirement of any kind of vice.
You deserve much more.
No, I am just a soldier. You know me personally also. We are just a soldier. We work as a team. It is just a matter of fact that you sometimes have a good team and good things happen, and you are, being a captain, receive the honors.
True.
With all honors and decorations, there is always more responsibility that is bestowed on your shoulders, right? We always take it that way. So God has been grateful. We've been able to serve people throughout the state in different roles and different districts. If you talk about Baddi region, specifically BBN, we've already crowned. Baddi Police believes that BBN is jewel of Himachal, right? Because 30 to 33% of GDP is coming from here. You have world-class MNCs and production units here, pharma hub, and whatnot. So our motto here is citizen first. Everyone, not from the industrialist or to a laborer or for a dweller to the people local staying here, residing here. Our motto is citizen first. We did it during the COVID times, right? We are here. Whatever the region specific, area specific challenges are, our team is evolving, integrating technology, and we are trying to provide the solutions to the citizens. You talk about industrial security. Of course, we are working on our dream project. It's almost 5-6 months now. Very soon it will be out. It's BBN Region Industrial Security Plan. It's a composite document whereby we are trying to integrate roles and responsibilities of all the departments, all NGOs, all units working here, so that there should be clear-cut definition of what they are supposed to do, what security is all about, how to respond during disaster, what is peripheral security, how technology can be incorporated, and more the backbone of the industry is the labor. So we are also incorporating Baddi region industrial labor security plan. So we are working on that. Things are in discussion with the vested stakeholders, and very shortly we'll be out with our own industrial security.
So you're getting full cooperation from the industrial houses also?
Absolutely, we are here. All the departments, either it is revenue or industries department, or we have a specific BBNDA, right? We have IPS, electricity. Electricity consumption is very high if you compare throughout the Himachal. So we have the end users, industries, the end user. So lots of departments here trying to provide solutions, trying to serve the industry so the industry can further focus on their work of value addition. They are there in the process of value addition, from pharma sector to services sector, whatever it is going on in BBN area. We are here to support the industry. Of course, with changing time, needs have been changing, evolving, and challenges keep on growing, evolving. So we all sit together, we try and provide solution to industry. In fact, today itself, I met the representation, the president of BBNI. So whatever their concerns are, we try to address. But to talk about specifically of this master document, it will be a kind of, a blueprint for all the departments working together. We are integrating all the roles and responsibility in a one master plan. We're trying. It's just, it will not be binding, but it will be a suggestive plan. And we have put our own label. We are working on it. Suggestions from industries keep on flowing. Suggestions from stakeholders are flowing, and we are trying to incorporate them as well.
Talking about facts and figures as guided by our channel, while you were the captain in Mandi and then Solan and then the state capital Shimla, there's more active participation of women in terms of coming up and reaching out to the police department and sharing their problems. And here is where you have laid up a demonstrated flagship program called Jagriti. Jagriti, if what we learn is about women empowerment, Mahila Shaktikiran.
Absolutely.
Please share what Jagriti is about and how you have reached to more than 24,000 females, how they come up. So how did that happen?
See, we are very clear in our process of service delivery. I believe from reactive actions, there should be a proactive engagement. So Jagriti is a proactive engagement of police department, specifically BBN Police, whereby it's a mass women empowerment program. We try to tell them what is their right, because when we made a survey, we realized girls, ladies in village areas, suburban areas, they are just not aware of their rights. They don't know what rights government of India, government of Himachal, what flagship schemes government have proposed, how they can be benefited under lots of good schemes. So they were just blank about all these things. We decided why we will be dealing with crime. That is our core policing. We deal with them. But we thought of putting up a good team. Jagriti teams are there in all police stations. Apart from their own core duties, they perform these duties when they get time. Right, so there are Jagriti teams. These girls go out, they engage with the Mahila Pradhans or Panchayats or NGOs. Small seminars are being organized. We do not care for numbers. Either it can be four women in a nukkad or a college with almost covering 500 or 1000, 500, 700 girls. So it's all about telling them that these are their rights, not only criminal rights, civil rights, flagship schemes of the government of Himachal Pradesh, flagship schemes of the government of India, where they can benefit, because we found that things were not on the ground. They were really not aware of that. So I'm very happy teams have been doing good. We launched this Jagriti after its success in Shimla, where it's still going on. And this 1st of January 2022, I'm very happy. By last fortnight figures, it touched around 23,000 women. It gives a different sense of satisfaction.
This is real-time empowerment.
Absolutely. Go out in the field, talk to ladies, tell them their numbers, emergency numbers. We got smart pamphlets. We tell them these are the schemes. Please look onto it. Whatever is suited to you, whatever way you feel you are the beneficiary, get yourself enrolled. We are getting support from Women and Child Department. We are getting support from CDPOs. What are the departments? We'll tell them that these are the women we are trying. These are the girls we are trying to make them empowered in the Jagriti program.
Very nice.
We have good support from industries as well and from NGOs, local NGOs also.
So this has got a real-time impact in more active participation, confidence building programs.
Social impact assessment is still on the way. I cannot say in 6 months, 5 months.
That'll take time, but there is an impact, and
there is certainly gratitude with all these people who get aware, and for it's a gratification. Apart from basic policing, we are telling them their rights. What is a learned society? What is an aware society where the women know what their rights are?
Amazing, sir. You talk about community eye programs. In community eye programs, we have reached out to the length and breadth of the area to the people, and this has, in a very larger way, in a very larger portion, benefited people. Please could you share about the community eye program?
Absolutely. See, BBN area is an industrial belt. We all know it, right? With the industry flowing, with money flowing, you feel there are lots of criminal activities taking place. Growing up,
so much population, there's so much
absolutely difficult to control. Almost the informal statistics says there are around 3 lakh plus migrants and their families staying here. How to control them? So the best part which BBN police over the years realized was the technology. With your head count of men,
and you made optimum use of the technology.
Integration of technology. We started with third eye, thanks to my predecessors here, the SPs who remained here. Rahul ji, Rohit ji, right? We started with integrating all the cameras with aid from society, with aid from public, with aid from panchayats, and specifically huge aid from industries. So we have created an integrated web. This year we took it to the next level, from third eye evidence-based policing to community eye version 2, whereby we have a smart control room, we have a smart cyber team, we have a smart CCTV team. So we are integrating all the cameras, we have live feeds. Whenever a crime happens, the best thing is we have got the feeds.
Yeah.
We are still,
tracking crime has become much more easy.
Absolutely, it's a deterrence for the criminals, and for us, it has an aid for investigation. At least the crime happened and there is someone who's looking onto the crime. We are now at 2,300 plus cameras. Target is 5,000 very shortly. Since saturation can never be achieved, it's a matter of penetration. So we are working on that so that we can more penetrate into peripheral areas. We are into core areas, peripheral areas, on national highway, on state highways, on district roads, on exteriors. Once we are saturated here, we'll go up to the village level also. I'm very happy. Lots of panchayat people come. They contact our cyber team and they contact our CCTV team. Sir, हमारे भी पंचायत में cameras का बंदोबस्त कीजिए. They aid us, they fund us. What is the best? I have to send my team. We got specific teams who roam around the city just to check whether the camera is properly located, whether the position has not changed, any service maintenance required. We got AMC outsourced to third parties. So we are working. This community eye, third eye program is to just overall, if I have to give overview of this, it's just integration of CCTVs in the BBN range, so that there is a sense of security and safety in the area, and for criminals it's a deterrence. We cannot go inside this house because it's a CCTV.
This in reality is smart policing. You make the best use of technology.
It's about, rather than smart, I'll say sensible policing. And it's about integrating technology, best use of technology. I'll not say best, because best use is yet to be defined, but using technology with humans, with our own voice, and within our SOPs of investigation and crime and criminal management. So you are incorporating the technology. It's aiding you to detect the crime. It's aiding on other side in managing law and order situation. And of course, it's a deterrence for the criminals. You should not venture into BBN area because it's integrated by all way. It's cameras.
By camera.
Yes.
So it's a perceived threat for the criminals also, and they are
still a long way to go. I must admit. My target is 10,000. Given scenarios, we have reached 2,300. It's a good number.
It's a very good number.
But shortly we want to reach at 5,000 cameras. I want to cover the peripheral areas, the interiors, the suburban areas, the village areas. So we are just covering industries, we are covering households, we are covering routes. I want to cover grounds, educational institutions. We are covering all the places so that you have a sense of security as someone, a person who's not paid, just installed. It's being watched, and the bite is coming to our centralized control room.
and the monitoring and is perfect.
That is 24/7.
24/7.
Surveillance is 24/7.
24/7. So talking about one of your most dream projects and one of your knowing you for so many years, you've been very, very keen to eliminate the drug menace in society. Knowing you from 3 districts, talking about drug menace and being a very, very challenging district. The previous very able SPs have also tried, must appreciate their efforts. But in the last 3 to 4 months, the kind of efforts you've made and into the most wise direction. We talk about you've incorporated wisdom technique into it as to catching and nabbing and controlling the drug messes being the border area. So how have you succeeded in achieving a control over the drug messes?
No, success is yet to come, and self-praise is no praise, right?
So the availability of the easy drug is
absolutely. Girish, important is like it's a social problem. The early we realize we must come forward because we are targeting the supply side. True. There is a demand side also.
There's a demand side.
Awareness, all departments engagement, panchayat level engagement, counseling, briefing, parents engaging wards and children. That is also required. We also go and, of course, during the COVID period, police has not done much on awareness part. We've started off late. We've been now going to colleges and schools and panchayat. But every section should come forward. The demand side should be tackled there. Supply, of course, the numbers are last year, if to the best of my statistics, it was 34 FIRs in 2020 here. Last year we did it to 65 and almost 82 people were arrested. See, number is just a game. That's not important. Important is that there should be zero tolerance.
How much real time?
Zero tolerance. Zero tolerance. We have to save our youth. We all have to come together, right? It's a collective fight. We have to realize this. And speaking about those who are dealing in the menace, we've already given a warning to them. It's a zero tolerance. We will not. Those who have gained, huge assets or they have gained money out of it. We are even moving cases for financial attachment of their properties.
Oh, yeah.
We're hitting them hard also. We're catching the supply side chain. We're catching the foot soldiers. We're trying to catch the big dealer, the kingpin. So we're working on that. There has been success in the past also. I'm very happy. Government is very much clear. With clear vision that this will not be tolerated. Our headquarters is very clear. We are very clear that we have to all put all our efforts so that we got a special team. 2 teams are operational apart from police station teams. We have constituted 2 special teams who are working day in and day out. We've been catching. Yesterday also we caught someone. So it's been catching processes there, but more is social engagement. So we can cut on the demand side also. True. It's a triangle,
It's a triangle.
It's a triangle. Demand side and the supply side meeting. So stop the meeting point, catching supply side, police is taking care. Society has to take care of the demand side. We are there, but all departments should.
As volunteers, people also coming up to you, informing you, which never used to happen earlier.
The trust deficit should not be there.
True.
We keep their information secret, right? I'm very happy. Even we get the calls from panchayat pradhans, who are these are the guys. Keep them on tracking. We keep them on tracking. We find some hanky-panky happening that is under the provisions of the law. We book them also.
Very nice. That's indeed a commendable job because drug menace is one thing which was being discussed, was talked about a lot, but was not happening in real time. So we appreciate you for that effort, sir. So talking about traffic menace, the traffic congestion in Baddi was always very severe. Now at least we have good roads, but you have eliminated 5 bottlenecks on the side road, which used to ultimately
working on that.
There used to be 5 hazard jams. So there have been some recent developments in nabbing all of the problems and then getting them eliminated from the grassroots level. So what is the next level integrated plan for ensuring that there is a very systemized and a very, very organized traffic system in the Baddi?
See, it's not about Baddi or Himachal. See, traffic issues have to be addressed comprehensively. One must understand. I am of a strong view. If you see traffic moving in the Baddi, in BBN, it's just because of Baddi police. Understand, because with over times we could not develop our roads, parking facilities. You have 2-3 prominent markets, but where is the parking? as a customer, you or me, where would we park our cars?
Absolutely.
So parking facilities have to be there. Roadside assistance has to be there. Roads have to be widened. We have a hell lot of pedestrian population, right? Where are the pedestrian paths? The peripheral infrastructure is very important. Only then you can ensure that you have proper traffic movement. You have proper pedestrians are also moving. Where are specific two-wheelers movement? They move on the same road where a huge truck or a trawler is moving.
Cycle track.
Where is the safety? How can you ensure the safety? School students are moving. Elderlies are moving. So with over time you have to improve upon your traffic infrastructure. Parking facilities have to come up, road infrastructure have to move, right? So I think this is again, as we discussed in Shimla, we came up with CITRAM, Shimla City Traffic Regulation and Management Plan. We're working here also. The first thing was to see the imminent problems and to check on the bottlenecks.
Being an industrial area, the traffic is always going to be there.
30,000 is the volume, everyday movement, right? And I'm very happy, the local population is very happy. We have started with the work of NH. Right, very soon in a year or so there will be NH, so the NH problem will be relieved, but inside the city or the town areas proper planning is required. We'll assist MC, we'll assist the revenue department. My point here is we have already deployed 45 people. I can deploy 80 or 90 people, but roads are limited. We have to work on our road infrastructure. We have to work on our traffic infrastructure. We have to develop proper parking. There is a Sai market here, right? Prominent market, right? But where is the parking? As a customer, or as I'm being the customer, to rush for a chemist shop, right? Where would I park my car? And same, there is an encroachment.
That's a contingent situation. Which has
encroachment problem by the hawkers and everyone. Who's going to take care of that? So MC should have a clear vision, revenue department should have a clear vision, transport department should have a clear vision, right? So infrastructure is most important. We should all work together. We are working. We have checked on 5 bottlenecks. We've already given a list of 8 bottlenecks. Road Safety Club, we've got the first meeting organized. The next meeting is on the way. DSP Traffic is engaging the societies. We have a societies group here. Whenever they face or feel there is a problem, we get a post and we try to provide the remedy for that. But we have to work on traffic and road infrastructure. That is the need of the hour.
Talking about your personal involvement into as in patrolling and visiting, you've scheduled days, particular days, as in when the captain of the Baddi police himself goes and visits their particular points. You have dedicated days and areas. As to how do you cope up with that and how do you manage that? As to when you yourself
see, police, we are man of field. We are not supposed to be in the office. My entire team, right? Of course, office work has to go on. Lots of administrative and investigative work requires office.
Because since you've been the SP, people have seen the SP more on roads also.
It's okay. That is
the way it should be.
No, I'm. That's why I've been engaged by the government here, right? So important is that my team should be on the field, on road. We should be providing assistance to our citizens who repose trust on us, right? And we did it in COVID times. People, patted our back as COVID warriors. It has boosted our confidence. But here, the solution is day-to-day solutions. Day-to-day problems are there. So we need to. Our team has to work, and it's a ground team. We're not supposed to be in office.
Thank you very much, sir. And one message for the youth who look up to you as an inspiration, who look up to you as a real life hero, a supermodel, a real life model, who want to in future have who are so inspired by you that now people who they don't have a plan to appear for UPSC exams are now planning to become an IPS officer. And we get many comments on our social media, on our channel, on the interviews.
That's okay. Whatever
people who real time appreciate and admire you. One message for them, sir.
Yes, youth is the asset of the country, right? And whatever you aspire to do, whether it's civil services or into field of academics or in the field of sports, please do it with all determination. Put your best efforts. When you submit yourself, you get the results. And I, being a cop, please be aware of getting into bad company and getting addicted, because at the end you won't achieve anything. It is something you are getting yourself into. It won't fetch you results. It's destructive. It's self-destruction. So I suggest keep yourself away from all bad company. and addiction. And whatever you do for the nation, for your society, for your parents, for yourself, focus on that. And Baddi Police is there to support. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. IPS Mohit Chawla ji, he gave us most precious time despite the very busy hectic schedule, and our followers, our admirers, on the demand of our followers, our viewers, they had been insisting upon us from last many months, so we could succeed in getting this interview from IPS Mohit Chawla ji. So we look forward to your views, your feedback. Keep following TSR News Service. Stay tuned with us. Thank you. This is Girish Suri signing on TSR News Service. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Himachal.
The search report is merely not just a newspaper. It is a vision to rise beyond the orthodox.
निष्पक्ष पत्रकारिता का संकल्प, दस साल का चुनौतियों से भरा सफर, 200 से अधिक विशेष खबरों की तहकीकात, 100 से अधिक ज्वलंत मुद्दों पर बहस, हिमाचल के पहाड़ों से राजधानी के गलियारों तक, राजनैतिक अखाड़ों से आम जनमानस तक, निडर निष्पक्ष पत्रकारिता। द सर्च रिपोर्ट न्यूज सर्विस, अब डिजिटल टीवी।
We are live from TSR Digital TV Studio.
स्वागत है आपका TSR डिजिटल टीवी में। आप जुड़ चुके हैं TSR डिजिटल टीवी के साथ।
Reporting from ground zero.
बने रहिए TSR डिजिटल टीवी के साथ।
TSR टीम वचनबद्ध है भारतीय इतिहास, राजनीति, विज्ञान और मानवीय भावनाओं से जुड़ी सभी खबरें निष्पक्ष आपके समक्ष पहुंचाने को। देश के आम जनमानस की आवाज, समस्याएं और व्यक्तिगत राय सरकार के समक्ष पहुंचाने के लिए
एक नए अध्याय के साथ TSR डिजिटल टीवी प्रस्तुत करता है TSR सुपर 100, देश विदेश की ताजा खबरें, फाइनल वर्डिक्ट विद गिरीश सूरी, पैनल परिचर्चा, किसान संवाद, किसानों की आवाज, TSR नारी शक्ति, महिला सशक्तिकरण की पहल, TSR जेन नेक्स्ट यंग गन्स, मिलिए युवा प्रेरणा स्रोत से, TSR मिस्टिक सर्च, एक आध्यात्मिक यात्रा, TSR सर्च इम्पैक्ट, खबर का असर।
ना कोई सनसनीखेज पत्रकारिता, ना ही खबरों का सिर्फ एक तरफा पहलू। हम संकल्प लेते हैं सिर्फ तथ्यों पर आधारित सच्ची खबरें आपके समक्ष पहुंचाने का। स्पष्ट और सटीक खबरों के लिए हमारे साथ जुड़े रहिए और देखते रहिए TSR डिजिटल टीवी न्यूज ब्रॉडकास्ट।
TSR डिजिटल टीवी, ओपिनियन टू इम्पैक्ट।